Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ash, and I'm going to be brutally honest here, but the last time I actually played War Thunder was about 3-4 weeks ago. And there are several reasons for this that I'd like to discuss over some Wirraway gameplay, which you will see in a minute. The main reason why I took a short break was because I needed to recharge my batteries. And there is nothing wrong with that at all. However, War Thunder doesn't change when you come back. So I decided to take out the Wirraway in Tier 1. Come back to where things are fun, where the game is sort of just in its infancy, and try and make some fun out of it. Today we're playing on Operation Bastogne, a Tier 1 map, which is absolute fun, although you can see it in Tier 2s as well. We spawned at the attacker spawn point, and we climbed for a little bit, but I have spotted a target ahead of me, so we're going to try and engage that. So I have no idea what the first aircraft of contact would be. Okay, so BDR-20, no, that's certainly a little higher than what the Wirraway could climb up to. Don't get me wrong here, the Wirraway is an absolute beautiful plane. In fact, if you ever get the chance to pick it up, I would highly recommend it. First contact spotted here. We're going to, we're going to avoid going ahead on with him, that's for one. So we're going to hook it left, and then we're going to try and hook it onto his 6 as well, so roll in. Oh, there is, I got to drop my throttle there. You can hear the wings sort of, there it is, reduced speed. Okay, so I can't go over 400 kilometers an hour. I'm going to slide in on his 6 here. I'm going to fire some shots just above him once I get a little bit closer. Hit, more hits, and pilot snipe. After securing the kill, the most important thing you should do at Tier 1 is always check your 6. Unfortunately, there's always a lot of aircraft, because at Tier 1, things are a little more interesting. So, we're going to try and go after this BA-65 with the whole entire German Air Force and Italian Air Force behind, and our teammates just absolutely decimate that aircraft. So, check our 6, which targets are closest. We've got a HE-51 and a CR-32 behind me. Do a roll for some unknown reason. Just make sure that I'm underneath everybody, making sure that nobody is going to dive on me. And it appears there's 2 biplanes behind me that are interested in some of my aircraft. So we're going to hook it round, we're going to try and engage them. It also looks like the CR-32 here wants to go head on, so we're going to try and avoid his head on as much as possible, although it is a biplane, so what have I got to lose here? An engine, a wing. Roll under, thinking he's going to shoot, and of course he does. I couldn't kick the rudder around to actually get some shots off. Take a little bit of flak damage, mainly to my engine here. I'm going to come round, I've got something else in my 6, a bunch of friendlies. I get a bunch of hits on the CR-32. Shooting like a wild turkey, and boom, there's a pilot snipe. That is my 3rd kill, actually. No, it's not, it's my 2nd kill. Put some hits into the HE-51C, unfortunately I get the kill assist. Doesn't matter, there's plenty of targets around. There's a HE-100, a Donnie 217, there is a Heinkel 111, and there is also a HE-51 to my left. Unfortunately, we won't get the kill on this HE-51, but let's get to the meat and potatoes and chat about why I had a break for so long. It's really down to mental health and also fatigue, and mainly on the point of fatigue. I've played this game for a lot of hours. On Steam currently I've played this game for 2,088 hours. Now that's not a lot of hours compared to, you know, some other people that I do know who've got over 4,000 hours, but I didn't install War Thunder on Steam until, well, 6-7 months after it had already been out on Steam, so I'd had the game since 2014. I probably amassed close to 5,000-6,000 hours at least, if not more than that, playing War Thunder. And on top of that, the other core issues that you have with the game that I mentioned in my The Future of War Thunder video makes the game feel a little more mundane. Anyway, we're going to come in on this Heinkel. We're going to see if we can ninja him. And pilot snipe. Would you look at that? That is 3 pilot snipes in a row, and that is my 3rd and final kill for this match. But there's some interesting moments coming up that I'd like to show you as well. Anyway, where were we? We were talking about War Thunder and its persistent issues that make, well, general qualities of life less interesting or mundane after a long period of time, which is why I decided to take a break. Coming back after about a month, the game really hasn't changed at all. My perception of the game is still the same. things happen the same, and, well, nothing really changes. And I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like players within the game have stopped caring about long energy dogfights, or those immaculate dogfights that used to keep you on the edge of your seat and keep you going. Mainly all the kills you get nowadays, in aircraft particularly here, you go on for a head-on, you take them out, you sort of clip their wing from the side, or you dive on them and you shoot them out. I understand that's how most aerial engagements happened, but whatever happened to the long engagements that people used to have that used to go on excess of 5 minutes? You know, you'd be using every part of your aircraft to try and shoot down that enemy player, and so was the enemy player. It seems to me, this is just a thing out there, that it doesn't happen very often, and when it does happen, it's incredibly entertaining and also extremely fun, and that's what I miss about War Thunder the most. Where's all the skill? I understand that most of the skilled players are high up in high tiers, hiding away, and not really coming down to the lower tiers to try and teach people stuff. But there needs to be a more competitive attitude within War Thunder, especially considering that the Thunder League is going to happen this year, apparently. In my mind, it comes down to skills maintenance. If you don't progress in the game, or if you don't try and learn certain things, what is even the point in playing the game? You're just playing the game just to unlock some certain vehicles. And I know a few people that do that, and I have nothing wrong with that, because honestly, I'm one of those people. But you got to learn some points and the goods and bads about different aircraft, different vehicles, because it's fun getting to utilize the best and the worst and making them work, and watching your enemy team cry because you've made a Churchill gun carrier, for example, just absolutely shred the enemy. And I know there are matches that people have that are absolutely fantastic, where the enemy is just as smart as the players that are trying to outwit, and it's a clutch match to see who wins at the end. But in the end, it's a game, and who really cares? Because, well, I'm back, and it's good to be back. War Thunder feels new and interesting. This match was actually my first match back since taking a break on the game. I had a bunch of pre-recorded footage, so the last 2 War Thunder videos have been older footage that I haven't used, so I don't know, go figure. But back to the Wirraway for a moment. The Wirraway is an absolutely fantastic ground attacker. The two 7.7s fire really slowly, which means you can get really precise shots on targets. So I'm just going to dodge some AAA here. The thing also carries 1,300 rounds of ammunition. It's just great for end game, and the bomb loadout in this thing is impressive for Tier 1 as well. So I'm going to fly in here, I'm going to watch my squad mate here just miss all his shots here, and try and steal one of the AAA emplacements. And there we go, that's one down. Let's see if I can hit this one. 2 hits, nothing much else, and spin around to try and attack the other AAA. Of course, I miss both units, pull up sharply to avoid the trees there, and there's a Heinkel 100 coming in 2 kilometers away. Ditch the ordnance, as this thing is as much a capable fighter, except for the fact that it lacks speed, as it is a dogfighter. So we're going to try and go up, losing our energy, and try and put some shots on it. He dives under, and, well, I'm losing a lot of speed, so I'm slower than him, and I won't be able to catch him. But where were we? Yes. People don't really understand how much effort it takes to make War Thunder videos. Yeah, sure, you could just upload your gameplay for various things, and then you've got channels that do amazing work editing, but it takes a lot of motivation. Motivation, skill, patience, and observation, I reckon, are the key components to making, well, a really good player, a player who plays solo. Teamwork, on the other hand, that's another subject altogether. And again, I'm not the greatest of players, but who is in the end? Because there's going to be players that are good at some things and just terrible at others. And I'm in this category because after taking a break for so long, you tend to forget certain things, but it's only been a month. I wonder what would happen if I took a full year off not playing War Thunder and then came back to playing the game, and would see what would happen then.